6 months. Yahoo! Anyway, I promised everybody story time, so we're going to do story time now. Story time, story time, Yahoo!
Look, they're still chanting Donnie,
You
man.
stupid chicken, get the hell out of the way.
Wow, I feel loved, man.
They missed you, Donnie.
Yeah. Hey, anyway, hey, basically, it's story time, and I just thought that we could tell a story about my past that maybe everybody would like. And the one I decided to tell everybody was about when I worked in Juarez. Okay, now I'm not sure everybody knows what Juarez is, but Juarez is and actually I worked in El Paso. Okay. Donnie, do you know what El Paso is?
Isn't that in Mexico?
It's in Texas, okay? But it's across the border. It sits right on the border. And you know, for, I don't know, 100 years or maybe longer, El Paso and Juarez was really the same town. And the United States and Mexico, they just drew a line right down the middle of it and said, that's Mexico, and this, and what that is, it's the that river there, you know what I mean? So anyway, we used to go down to El Paso all the time, and I worked in El Paso when I was working for ADT, okay? And I was the manager, I was the general manager of like half of the company, and that was part of one of the cities that was in my area. So, and I actually had to go down there originally and rent an office and buy some office furniture and hire the staff that actually worked there. So, you know, I knew the people for a long time, if that makes sense. Anyway, when I was down there working, this one of the guys who worked there got his car stolen, and it actually was a pickup truck. And I was down there for at least a week and maybe 2 weeks. And anyway, he got a phone call from the Juarez Police Department. And the Juarez Police Department said that they had found his truck and it had been impounded and he could come pick it up anytime he wanted to. So anyway, he said he was going to go down there and pick up his truck. And, you know, that he was going to miss a day's work and he'd let us know, you know. So anyway, he went down there to pick up his truck. And I thought everything would just be fine. You know, what's the big deal? Go down there, pay the storage fee, and everything's done, right? But for whatever reason, it didn't work out that way. We're sitting in the office the next day, and he didn't show up to work, and we're wondering what the hell's going on. Anyway, all of a sudden the phone rings, and it's him on the phone, and he's saying that he's in jail, and he's in jail in Juarez, and can we come down there and bail him out? So I thought, damn, this sounds crazy. He went down there to pick up a stolen car, and he's in jail. So anyway, I said to a couple of the guys that work there, hey, do me a favor, come along with me, you know what I mean? Just to make sure everything's, you know, on the up and up. Who God knows what's going on here. And they said, okay, no problem. So, you know, we went out and got in the car, and we drove, and back then there wasn't like 50 guards or anything like that, you know what I mean? There wasn't no crossing or anything. Literally, you just drove over into Juarez, okay? That's how easy it was. So we drove over into Juarez, and one of the guys actually knew right where the police station was, and so we went right there to the police station and went inside, and I talked to one of the guys there, and I said, look, I'm here to bail out Dave, okay? Dave Simmons is his name. So we went inside, and we're going to bail out Dave Simmons. And, you know, he says, okay, and it was like $150, and I paid the guy the $150, and he said, well, hey, we're gonna go get your buddy. Come on with us. So anyway, we went outside, and that day was kind of weird. It was kind of a rainy day, you know. It sprinkled, and then it didn't sprinkle. Then it sprinkled, and then it didn't sprinkle, you know. So it was the ground was a little bit on the muddy side, but not terrible, you know. So anyway, we go outside of this like shack that they call a police station, and we walk around, and
You stupid chicken, get the hell out of the way.
there's like, you know, you see in these cowboy movies, there's like like these trees that are stuck in the ground, and the tops of the trees are shaved off with a point on them. You know what I mean, Donnie? Donnie, you there?
Yeah.
So like a fort, like an old fort in the cowboy days, you know. So anyway, there's two holes in it, and there's a chain that's wrapped around through it, and it's got a lock on it. And he takes the key and he unlocks it, and he pulls the chain through, and this gate like swings open. You know what I mean? It's like, and it's huge, you know. So we go tromping on back, and there's nothing back there but a big field with some weeds, you know, and a few piles of dirt. And I thought, well, what the hell? Where is this guy anyway? What's going on here? And he said, oh, he's right over here. So he walks over to the edge of this one big pit. And I mean, it's a pit, okay? This thing's like 20 feet deep, okay? And he looks down in there and he yells, Dave Simmons, are you in there? And nobody says nothing. So he walks over to another pit. And I mean, it's like 20 feet deep and like 50 feet wide, okay? Dave Simmons, are you in there? Nobody says nothing. So we walk over to the third pit. And I mean, these things are huge out in some field, circled around with these great big old huge, you know, like a wall, you know, built around it. So he yells, Dave Simmons. And this guy's going, yeah, I'm Dave. Yeah, I'm Dave. And we look down in there, and the bottom of the pit, it's all dirt. And the ground is like at a, you know, it's like a slope. And at one end of the slope, there's a kind of a pool of water. Now, part of that's from the rain, but part of that's from people pooping and peeing while they're down there in that pit, you know? It's, hey, I'm thinking, damn! Anyway, Dave's going, get me out of here, you guys get me the hell out of here. So, this one guy goes over and, hey, can you guys give me a hand? And we said, sure. So he goes over and there's a telephone pole there. And it's got slats, like little slats of wood nailed to it. So he slides that thing over and slides it down into that pit. And the next thing you know, Dave comes scurrying up out of there, climbing up this telephone pole, you know what I mean? And like from the knees down, he's all muddy and dirty and everything. And his ass end of his seat is just filthy, you know, where he's been sitting in the mud, you know. He climbs up there, man, and this guy, he's hyper. I guess he hasn't slept all night long, you know what I mean? And he's filthy, and he's going, oh, God, I'm so glad to see you guys. I'm so glad to see you guys. And I'm saying, Dave, what the hell's going on here? And he's going, did you pay the bill? Can we leave? Well, Dave, I mean, you know, did you get your truck? Or are we going to get your truck while we're down here? Or what's going on? I just want to get out of here. So anyway, we said to the sergeant, is it okay if we leave? And he says, sure. And, you know, we walk outside, and he's going to close the gate. And I'm thanking the guy for being nice to us and telling him, hey, we really appreciate everything you did and blah, blah, blah. And he speaks, you know, pretty good English, you know, and he's a nice guy, you know. So anyway, he finally locks the gate. And we look around, and we can't find Dave for nowhere. Dave had took off at a dead run. And you could actually see the border across this field and across some parking lot. And there's a big freeway, and there's a freeway. And that freeway is like the line between El Paso and Juarez, Mexico. And Dave's running at a dead run. And we're looking around, and there's no danger. There's no, what the hell's the matter with this guy? So anyway, Dave, he runs across that field and across that parking lot, and he stops and he looks back at us. Now there's three of us, and we're standing there with two federales, okay? And Dave yells at the top of his lungs, fuck you guys! And he's flipping the federales the bird, okay? The full-on bird. I could not believe it, okay? And you guys suck, you dirty bastards, blah, blah. He's calling them every name in the book. And me and my two friends, we're laughing our ass off. We think this whole thing's funny, right? What the hell's going on here, you know? And finally, you know, I look over at the federale, and he don't think it's so funny. You stupid chicken, get the hell out of So, I go over to my two friends and bump them a little bit and say, hey, cut the laughing, man. Stop this shit right now. Hey, And this federale, he's screaming back at him, and they got a screaming match, and they're 100 yards apart. You know what I mean? And old Dave, he's like one step away from crossing the border into the United States, and he's still cussing like crazy. You know what I mean? But he ran all the way over there before he ever said a word. And then he cusses him out. You know. So anyway, finally Dave shuts up and goes on. You know what I mean? And this sergeant looks at us, and we look at him, and we're thinking to ourselves, "Oh God, what the hell is this federale going to do?" You know, and he's pissed. I mean, he's pissed. Some guy just called him every name in the book, and it's some American guy, and he's our good friend. You know what I mean? And so I start telling this guy, "Look, Dave's just some guy we work with. We really don't know him, okay? We just came over here to help some guy we work with. He's not our friend, okay?" Hey, and I'm kissing that federale's butt. You know what I mean? And finally, we got the federale all calmed down, and I told him, "Hey, here's $20. Let me pay for you and your family to go out and have dinner tonight." And we apologize for our dumb shit friend, you know. And anyway, we finally got him calmed down, and we went and got in the car, and we drove back over. And Dave's at work, so you know when we got back to the office, Dave's there, and Dave's saying blah 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 blah, you know. And I told Dave, "Screw you, buddy. Hey, what the hell's the matter with you?" You know what I mean? He's going, "Those guys, they wanted like $600 for my car and blah, 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 blah." I said, "I could give a shit about that. Are you crazy?" I said, "You're cussing at that federale. You're lucky he didn't put us in jail. You're the dumbest son of a bitch that I ever, excuse my language, you are the dumbest SOB I ever met in my whole life, man. Hey, you almost got us put in jail with your big mouth." I told him, "Don't ever ask me to do nothing for you again as long as I live." And that's that, you know. And, and that was pretty much the end of it, you know. But I guess what happened was he got over there to the impound yard, and he started cussing at him, and they called the federales, and the federales came and arrested him. And then he started cussing at them, you know. And they said, "Gringo, we don't have to listen to your crap. You're going to jail." And they put him down there in that pit and kept him there all night long. And I guess that if you're a temporary guy in jail, that's where they put you there, you know. So anyway, hey, you know, I think I saw Dave maybe 1 or 2 times over the course of the next year or so. And then, I ended up going to India, and I never came back.
Chicken, get the hell out of the way.
So, you know, to that job, you know. But I could not believe, I mean, I'm telling you right now, here I'm laughing like crazy thinking the whole thing's funny. Then I look over at that cop, that federale, and he's mad. And it dawns on me, we're in a foreign country,
Chicken, get the hell out of the way.
and here's this federale mad. Now, believe me, the last thing I want is for him to just dump us down in that pit like they did Dave. You know what I mean? Right, Donnie?
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of the movie Holes.
Oh, really?
You stupid
Yeah,
chicken,
'cause
get the hell out of the way.
It was like an old Disney movie.
I don't know, but there was nothing Disney about this, man. I'm telling you, them guys down there, every one of them were a bunch of drunks and thugs and cutthroats, okay? And that's the last place you wanted to be, okay? Hey, and these federales would have whipped your ass if you messed with them, you know what I mean? Hey, and there's about 40 of them sitting around there doing nothing, you know? So anyway, that's a true story that really and truly happened, just like I told you. You know what I mean? And you know, I was actually scared, and I mean that sincerely, okay? Because I thought that because of Dave's big mouth, that guy was going to say, "All right, well, I can't get Dave, but I'll teach Dave a lesson by throwing you guys in there." You know what I mean? So anyway, that's the story. I hope you liked it.
Chicken, get the hell out of the
Now
way.
we'll get back to playing some RuneScape and what?
Ooh, story time.
Yahoo! Hey, true story, man.
Chicken, get the hell out of the way.
Oh, Dave.
Hey, that SOB. I'm telling you right now, Dave, hey, he can kiss my rear, man.
Yahoo!
He almost got me put in jail in Mexico. I was in jail in Mexico 2 times, okay? And I hated it both times, you know what I mean?
Get the hell out of the
This guy
way.
almost got me put in jail. And this is when I was an older guy, you know what I mean? So it's different when you're 19 and drunk, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anyway,
Never been to jail, knock on wood. You know, I don't. Never gonna go there.
yeah, well, I just know one thing. I didn't want to go in that jail, okay? I didn't want to be down there in that pit on a rainy day, you know?
Oh God. Oh, that. Just thinking about that, man. Just like.
Look, the bottom of that place is 20 feet down in the ground, and it stunk like nothing you ever seen in your life, okay? They've been using that hole for God knows what, maybe 20, 50 years, who knows, you know what I mean?
Someone said plot twist. Dave is Donnie. Wow. Man. No, man.
Hello?